Hi guys! So today was my first day of senior year. Yay! But we were only there till 11:15 because the freshmen come in at that time and they stay there till 3:20 so that way they can get lost without us upperclassmen. Like, let's move, teeny tinies. But yeah. So I honestly am in love with my classes. I love them. But so, like, I went there, like, I got there a little early and met up with my friend Lexi. And like, since she's been at North like her entire life, and her older sister graduated there and everything, like, I was like, how do I like aid for an office? Like, what do I do? Like, how do I like what do I have to do? She's like, oh, just go in whenever you can, ask if they're free or anything. And so I wanted to go to student activities because literally they run the least amount of passes. So I'm like, if I do that during my lunch, that means I can like do homework and like eat a small snack or something, like in between like running like one pass throughout the time. And so I went there and she's like, oh no, I'm full. Because I wanted it for fourth period. She's like, oh no, I'm full for that period. Thank you though. And I'm like, ugh. So I was like having like in the back of my mind, like minor anxiety attacks through like first and second period, no, through first period, because I was like, oh my god, like I don't know anyone in my lunch period. Like, yeah, that's great that I have 4B, but like, I don't know, like, who I'm gonna sit with. Like, I'm literally gonna be the senior sitting in the corner by herself because I'm not like outgoing enough to just like go up to a table and be like, hey, can I sit with you and like become friends with you? Like, that's not me. So I was like freaking out. So since my first period class is like here, and then my second period class is literally like down. It's in the same hallway. So they're like two doors down. I was like, okay, I'll just run down to counseling and see if they need an aid. So I go down there. She's like, oh, well, do you need 4A or 4B? And I'm like thinking, I'm like, why can't I just do like the whole period? Okay. I'm like, oh, I'll just do 4B so I can go to my lunch. So that way I still have my resource study hall area that I can do. So I'm like, okay, perfect. So I got that taken care of, and then I went to psychology, AP Psych, and I mean, I was like 30 seconds late, but it wasn't even a big deal. And literally, my AP Psych teacher looks like a teenager. She looks fresh out the womb, like she shouldn't be a teacher yet. Like, she seems so young. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, you're the teacher? But so my classes for like this semester is like English for journalism, and basically I didn't know this when I signed up for the class. I'm gonna have to be like writing articles for a school newspaper eventually. And I mean, like, I was like, you know how teachers are always like, oh, you know, why did you take this class? Be honest, it was because there was no other electives to take and stuff like that. He's like, there's a lot of people that didn't raise their hands. He like kind of like looks at me. I kind of like look at him. He's like, are there any other reasons? I'm like, I just didn't want to take AP. Like, AP Lit was not gonna happen. Like, I barely did any of the reading for AP Language. You really want to do it for AP Lit, and it's all like Shakespeare? No. So I have journalism basically, and we're also moving that class. Like, we're not having it in the classroom that we were in today, and I have no idea where the new classroom is. She's like, "Oh, just go straight through the acting room." I'm like, "Where the hell is the acting room?" I'm like, ah. So tomorrow, hopefully, I can have like one of my friends like escort me there because I have no idea how to get there. And then I have AP Psych, and I'm doing my I started my homework, basically writing out the first question, and I opened my book and I kind of like opened it to the table of contents sorta. I'm just like, I can't wait for this class. Like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, this class is gonna be amazing. And then I have AP Calc AB, which I'm kind of excited for. Just, I mean, like, it's math. Like, I love math, you know, like, I'm good at it occasionally. And so, but I'm just worried that since, like, like, everyone gets put into Calc AB, like, who's taken pre-calc. Like, so you could have been in, like, pre-calc, like, normal pre-calc, like, pre-calc 300, and like you get put into AB. So I'm gonna be with like some honors kids and some non-honors kids, and it's just like weird. I'm like, okay, like, I don't know. but I have a bunch of people that I know in that class, and that excites me because like my first period and my second period, like I don't really know anybody. Like I think I know like one person in each class, but I don't really talk to them. I just like know of them, sort of, you know. But literally in my calc class, I have so many people that I know, and it just kind of like calms me down. I'm like, oh yes. And then I have lunch, so I'll go to like my resource study hall for 25 minutes, and then I'll go aid in counseling. And then I have AP Bio, which I'm kind of excited for, but I'm not really excited for like the beginning of the year, like the beginning lessons, just because it's like ecology, and like plants and stuff. It's like that kind of biology and like cells and stuff, and I'm like, wait, I just want to get to the human body, like, because like we get to dissect something. I'm pretty sure. Like I think we just like dissect like a pig, but I'm not sure what we dissect. It might be a frog. Saw a frog diagram on the wall. But yeah. And then I have anatomy. And literally I was like jumping up and down in my seat, like I was in the back, so it was okay, I'll sit next to my friend. Literally jumping up and down in my seat, like freaking out because like as my teacher was talking about like what we're doing this year, like we're gonna dissect, like if we have enough money, we're gonna dissect a cat. If we don't have enough money, we're going to dissect pigs. We're also going to dissect a liver, an eye, and then something else. I'm just like, yes! Like, ah! Like, literally, like, I'm pretty sure the class is going to be kind of hard, but it's not an honors class, and this is also, like, the first year that, like, my school has offered anatomy and physiology in, like, 20 years. So, like, literally, like, I don't know. Like, I don't really know, like, exactly what we're going to cover in the class and, like, how it's going to be taught and everything because it's the first time it's being taught. But I'm so excited. And then after anatomy, I have study hall. And the girl, like, there's this one girl that I know, but, like, I just, like, kind of know her. I haven't really actually talked to her, like, or hung out with her. But, um, she's also in my bio class, just next to me in my bio class. I'm like, woohoo! So she's, like, talking to me during study hall, and so I think we're gonna go to like starting next week. We're able to go to informal study hall, which is like in the cafeteria, and we're able to like talk and stuff. So like you don't have to be like dead silent. So I'm like, woohoo, senior privileges. And then after study hall, I have gym class, which is advanced team sports, and I'm pretty pumped. It's so funny. Like the first day when you walk, like, because we have our field house, and like all of our teachers are kind of like spread out in their own spot. And literally, like, ATS is all guys. Honestly, it's like an all guy class. Like, girls usually don't tend to take the class because it's so competitive and everything. But I love that about it. And you actually get like a good workout and everything. And it's so much fun. And so, like, whenever you walk over there, the guy just kind of like look at you like, sweetheart, you're in the wrong spot. And then, like, I go up to Hank, I'm like, hey, I'm back again. And they just kind of like look at me, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, I'm in this class. Like, I love my teacher for gym. Seriously, he's so amazing with like the girls. It's like me and this other girl. I think her name's Maggie, and she took it last year too. But she was like talking to me as if I like hadn't taken it. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's really hard, but it's fun." I'm like, "Sweetheart, I know I'm a senior. I took it last year." But so like he's giving us our locker assignments, and like he does all the guys first, and he's like, "Ladies," because he does this at the end. And then he's like, "Well, let me tell you fellas something about these girls. They're in here for a reason, and don't act like you can't like touch them or anything, because they will knock you on your butts. I've seen it before." And I'm just like thinking back till last year when we played football, and I literally like it's flag football, but literally I like took a guy down like I flattened him out. I'm like, oopsies. But seriously, like he's always like sticking up for us, and I'm like, you go hack. But yeah, so I'm really just excited about all my classes, and it went pretty well, and I'm excited. I got my whole like lunch situation worked out because yeah, and then I'm just excited. Yay! But yeah, that's about it for my first day. Even though it wasn't like my real first day. That'll be tomorrow. I'm gonna wear a dress with like this. brown, like, belt. It's, like, a skinny belt, and these, like, adorable brown ankle boots, and they're, like, kind of like heels, though. I'm literally so excited for the outfit, but I'm not excited for my toes, because they're literally going to die in those shoes. Like, I'm like, oh, I'll just be walking around for, like, 5 minutes in between each 15-minute class. It won't be a big deal. But then I realized, like, I mean, where my classes are located isn't, I mean, it's better than where I was from last year, but it's not necessarily the best. Because, like, I have my first two on the second floor, and third one's on the third floor, and then my next class is in the basement. So I have to go down, like, 3.5 flights of stairs, up half a flight of stairs to get to counseling, and then up 3 flights of stairs for my next class, and then my 6th grade class is also on the third floor, and I have to go all the way down back to the basement, so down another 3.5 flights of stairs for study hall, and then back up to gym class. Like, I'm gonna be doing a lot of stairs, so hopefully I'll get those thighs trimmed. But yeah, I don't know. They're better than last year though. But oh my god, totally forgot about this. My AP Bio book, I came home and I weighed it, 7.2 pounds. 7 pounds! Holy crap! Like, I forgot my locker combination from last year, so, like, I couldn't, like, open my locker because I left a little card at home. And so I had to carry my 3 books around, my anatomy, AP Psych, and AP Bio book. I come home and I weigh them, 15 pounds! I was carrying around 15 pounds almost all day long. That was rough. And then I, like, also weighed my backpack because it was kind of heavy, 25 pounds. Like, you think you could make your textbooks any, like, lighter? Like, dear Lord. Oh. But yeah. So, yeah, it was my day, and my, yeah. So, I mean, I was kind of more confident, a little more, I tried to seem, at least like I was more outgoing. I tried to talk a little bit in class when we, like, had to chant. So, hopefully I make some new friends and have a good year this year, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yay! Alright, gotta get to my homework now. Bye guys!